What's going on, guys? I'm Dylan.
And I'm Travis.
And we're the 406 Boys, back again with another video. In this video, we are doing another movie review. In this video, we are reviewing the new movie, Mortal Kombat 2.
We'll briefly touch upon the 2021 version. I thought it was fine. It wasn't the best, but it was sort of the post-COVID era where we were getting used to getting into the movies again, and I thought it was a fun time, and I still watch it from time to time.
I thought it was enjoyable, especially for some of the characters, especially Kano. Kano was very enjoyable. I thought it was just one of those movies where you can watch it every so often and enjoy it. Now getting into Mortal Kombat 2, I think I like the character development in this movie even more. I think the way they handled the characters in this movie, they did a fantastic job. I feel like the character development, especially the added characters in this movie, was done really, really well.
I especially like how they handled Katana's character. Katana was the heart and soul of the movie. It makes you believe that Johnny Cage will, but this is definitely Katana's movie, even though she should have been in the movie a little bit more to make that, but I would like to think that she is the main character.
Speaking of main characters, let's talk a little bit about Johnny Cage. The way they handled Johnny Cage's character was actually really, really good. One, I like who they got to play Johnny Cage because I feel like he did a really good job. And two, it was just a great character, and they got the comedic aspect of it along with, he could fight and stuff like that. So I feel like they handled him really well.
I also really like how they handled Shao Kahn in this. Way better than he was in a Mortal Kombat Annihilation, where in that one he was a complete, utter joke. But this one, they actually, even though he doesn't have much to go on, he doesn't really have to, because he just get a big, brooding, hulking monster, and I think they succeeded on that whole thing.
To the point where he is actually like someone to be afraid of. The fight sequences in this movie were really good as well. And I'm by all means, I'm not saying this is a fantastic movie. I will say I do think I like the second movie better than the first movie, just because I feel like they made a bunch of improvements from the first movie. But back to the fight sequences. The fight sequences were actually very, very entertaining.
Like, if you're going just for the fight scenes, you're definitely going to get the fight scenes. And there's some that are better than others, like the Baraka fight and the fight at the end, and very few ones in between there. But overall, I think the fight sequences are an improvement over the last one.
Now let's talk about what you're here for when you talk about Mortal Kombat. The fatalities. There are some creative, great fatalities in this movie, and I think they're even better than the first one. Like I said, they stepped everything up from the first movie, and the fatalities in this movie is one of them. They are great. I'm not going to give any of them away. Just go see this movie if you want to see the fatalities. And yeah, they are just awesome. One thing I want to mention, that once the movie's over, if you go see this movie, I want you guys to stay for the end credits. The way they did the end credits were actually very, very creative.
There's no post-credit scene or anything, so don't think that there's going to be some grand reveal, but literally just the initial end credits before it goes to the black text or whatever, it's actually really entertaining.
It's very entertaining, and the way they handled it was really, really cool.
Now, with that being said, I would say that the only fault that I can think about this is that I didn't like, is I felt like they should have took their hands off in taking creative liberty with various lore pieces from the source material, because I won't get into it, but there are characters that appear in the first film that don't appear in the second film that would make sense for Katana's character.
And there's also characters that are in this movie that had way more screen time in the first movie that only have maybe like 15, maybe even 10 minutes of screen time in this movie.
Yeah. There's at least a couple that appear. There's like one or two that appear in the trailer that basically that's basically their only time to shine. And then either they're there for background stuff, or they're never seen again after that. And I technically alluded to this earlier, but it does have a main character issue. Like it seems like it's focusing on Katana and Johnny Cage as being the main character. And a part of me kind of wishes that they would have just either picked one and stuck with it, or just give them equal time together, because there's periods of times where one is gone for a significant amount of time, and I felt like with another screen rewrite, I think they could have had something good.
That's pretty much what we have to say on the movie. It was, like I said, it was a pretty good watch. It's not like one of those movies that's really outstanding and great, but it was a good movie. I wasn't disappointed in watching it. It was definitely an upgrade from the first one that came out a couple years ago. I would definitely recommend this one. I had a lot of fun watching it. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more reviews like this video, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, turn on notifications so you get notified when we upload new videos. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Travis.
The Pro 6 Boys. See ya.